What if you could make your very own RPG? RPG Maker, boy!
What is this RPG Maker you speak of?
Well, it's this incredible program that allows you to make an RPG game of your own story and flavor. It could be dark, it could be funny, it could be moving, it could even be terrifying. Your mind is the only limitation. Well, your mind and the ability to sit for hours upon hours, piecing together your masterpiece. Probably the most exciting thing about these programs was utilizing techniques outside of the giving programming. For instance, obviously these games were designed for turn-based fighting. However, it is possible and very doable to make a hack and slash game, or to make your very own turn-based system. Granted, it does take a lot more programming know-how to accomplish this, but it's not impossible. Hell, Neil and I even put together a game that involved raising monsters and fighting in a tournament. It was like a Tamagotchi home screen, and you send them to a battle to further on in the game. We put that together in one night, just to see how much we could accomplish by plugging it away for one night's worth of work. Another idea I had was called A Fantasy Life, not to be confused with Fantasy Life, recently released for the 3DS. Stealing my title, clearly my unreleased, undeveloped game is the superior. The idea was really radical. You go down to this dating shop, or Tinder nowadays. God, there's so many dating things online nowadays. Son of a bitch. You pick one of 3 girls you want to date. Then you get down to this beat up home and you build it up and fix it up to impress her every time she comes over. There was even a secret 4th character you could fall in love with. Her father built the house back in the day and she wanted it back, so she obviously gets a room in the house. You would even go on quests to fight monsters, and whenever you complete a quest, a hermit in the cave next to your house would upgrade your weapons, or you'd upgrade your house. It was a goofy idea, but it was so much fun for me to put an idea like that together. Yeah, I even used Doll Maker. You know that online thing? I used it to make the characters in the game. Anyone still use that? No? Okay. I was a confused child. Alright, back to RPG Maker. I wanted to take a second to go back and download some of the RPG games that have been released over the years. The first one I found most interesting was The Legend of Zelda: Courage, Power, and Wisdom, or otherwise known as The Legend of Zelda Triforce. Jesus, man, simplification, bruh! This was another fun concept you could do with this, making a sequel or a fan game about an already known series. Tons of these types of games were around back when I was active contributing as a kiddo. Mostly Zelda games. I saw an awful lot of Zelda games. Anywho, let's get rolling. We start by choosing which is most important, courage, power, or wisdom. Now, if you know Zelda at all, we all know courage is the most accomplished and known out of the 3 since it's obviously Link's, but I'm gonna choose wisdom because I is smart. The game begins with Zelda confronting Ganondorf with Link by her side. Problem 1, the text is bunched together and I can barely read it. I know there are some text modification updates, but dude, like if you're gonna release it, I'm pretty sure you can release it with a text patch early in. That aside, from what I can tell, she's sacrificing herself to seal Ganondorf away. Okay, well afterwards Link acquires the Triforce of Power? Alright. Then Dark Link jumps out of him, stealing both Triforce pieces away. Okay. Problem 2. Only the Chosen can hold the Triforce of Courage. I will give a pass on the Triforce of Power since it's kinda granted to be evil most of the time, but he should not be able to hold the Triforce of Courage like that, right? Well, okay, I guess Dark Link technically can't hold the Triforce of Courage and breaks it into pieces, then he keeps one piece while trying to revive Zelda to steal the Triforce of Wisdom. Well, anyways, we wake up in a familiar home and a not-so-familiar safe spot in the corner. Snoring sound effects. Gotta love the freedom to insert your own annoyingly out-of-place sounds. And we even get a clip from Ocarina of Time. Yay! Navi gives us some tutorial jazz about fighting as a Choo-Choo just wanders into my house. That's cool. So we fight and I win. Easy enough. Coming out of the house, she informs me of some other stuff about AP points or whatever. They are mapped to keys 1 and 2. I don't know, I didn't really pay attention. I travel east and discover a treasure chest. Link strikes the pose, the music plays, and I don't see him holding anything. Just thrusting his sword into air. Like it just don't care. Fair enough. Maybe I was too far above the screen. Nope, still nothing to be shown. Felt like a misstep. Honestly, it wouldn't have been that hard to program him holding an item. Honestly, I know exactly how to do it! Just swap character design for a second, face the necessarily direction and the graphics that will change for the solid moment, then you revert your character back to the design and the walk cycle that you currently had him set as before. No one understood a single thing I just said. Moving on. As we trek along, we come across the infamous invisible walls of RPG Maker. There are so many times that programmers will do the easy shortcut of flat out showing you where to go by putting a little bit of a path here and leaving everything else wide open, but you can't go there. Normally that would be acceptable, but in the world of Zelda, your instincts tell you that you can travel anywhere on the map, so keep running into these invisible walls! Problem number 3. When making an adaptation of a game, be aware of what people already expect, like traveling seamlessly between locations. If it's gonna look like Link to the Past but not travel the same, create your own walls, like at the beginning when I'm leaving the house. I know for a fact where I can go, but past that, I don't know anymore! Well, this is an RPG game, so let's grind for some level up. I'm dead already. Okay, let's try it again. I'm dead. How much life do I... 10? 10 life? For shit's sake, man, you give us 10 life points? Problem fucking 4, not enough starting life points. I mean that. It's neat that the designer allows you to see where your enemies are. I appreciate that. You don't have them random spawning fights. But if you have to heal after every single encounter this early, that's just not well designed at all. I know I'm being harsh because honestly designing a game to flow smoothly with progressive difficulty, it is a challenge, I'll admit, but why would you cripple the player this freaking early? This man is stopping me from going further in my adventure. This guy right here. I'm tired of people in Zelda games preventing me from advancing. Yeah, oh, I can knock him out. Yeah, alright, moving on. Hey! A yellow choo-choo! Oh, let's fight! Oh, they're stronger than the green ones! So, back to the house again! Back to the house again! We avoid everything and go to this town below the mountain. I gotta get clearance to go up from the elder of the village, and he's up one of these awkward angled walkways. So, you know, shimmy shimmy. A mini game to advance. Alright, let's catch the RPG default cow sprite, and, well, that was really easy. So we travel up the mountain, and looky, another green choo-choo. I know I can handle them. Yeah, even Link is looking at me like, bro, I'm gonna die. And sure as shit, dead. Problem number 5. This game is not beatable. Yep, that's the end of this game for me. I'm so sorry, Udivision, but this game is so not my cup of tea. Solid attempt, but nope. I'm out. I'm all aboard that nope train heading out of this really fucked up game. Now for a moment of clarity. RPG games are not easy to make, so by me criticizing this game does not make me a good person. This guy put a lot of solid work and effort into this game, and I obviously just could not figure it out. That's kind of the con with these RPG Maker games. It's either flawlessly done or there's some kinks in it that don't attract every audience member. Other than that, you know, RPG Makers are fun, they're exciting and encouraging to play through, so I encourage everyone to make them if you ever get a chance. It's just a fun experience, even if the game sucks. I know my Fantasy Life games were fucking rock hard broken, but damn it, you know what? Sometimes it's just fun to make a fucked up game because you just really want to make a game. Remember, RPG games are challenging to make fun, but there are good ones out there, so keep a lookout. Yeah. Thanks for checking out another review, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed a different type of review, RPG Maker games. Ah, the memories. Anywho, in case y'all didn't know, Noctoons has been partnered up with Glitch Slap Reviews. Their website link is below. They post articles on upcoming games, game news, game reviews, interviews with local cosplayers, and I've even posted a couple articles on there as well. It's great and you can follow them on Facebook. Hey, did you like what you saw? Then subscribe that shizness. Like, share, and comment below. It really helps out the show. Give me some thoughts about the video, words of wisdom for the future of the show. I don't know. Tell me your favorite color. Mine's pink. Patreon, Twitter, Facebook, all linked below and in the video. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. I love you all.